or an electric heater, we get warm. And heat is the form of energy which gives sensation of warmth. James Watt invented steam engine in 18th century. He was successful to convert heat energy into useful work. In steam engine, coal and wood burn to boil water and produce a huge amount of energy which is used to pull train to run factories and industries. Everything is made up of molecules, tiny particles called molecules. Molecules, when the substance is heated, molecules vibrate. Molecules vibrate and possess kinetic energy in them. So heat is the total kinetic energy of molecules contained in a body. SI unit of heat is Joule. SI unit of heat is Joule. And CGS unit of heat is calorie. So 1 calorie is equal to 4.2 Joule. Now next topic is sources of heat. The things which give us heat are called sources of heat. For example, sun, fuel, electricity, friction, respiration, they all provide us heat, so they are sources of heat. Now, sun. Sun is the ultimate source of heat on the earth. Can you imagine what happened to the earth without sun? It would be totally dark and very cold. No life possible on the earth without sun. And sun is the main source of heat and light to the earth. All living beings directly or indirectly depends on sun. The plant prepare their food in the presence of sunlight, and we depend on plants for food. And we also use household appliances such as electric iron, rice cooker. They all are provided due to source of heat. Fuel. The things which give us energy by burning is called fuel. There are two types of fuel, fossil fuel and biofuel. Fossil fuel, the fuel which formed from the dead animals of plants buried inside the earth's surface million years ago are called fossil fuel. For example, petrol, coal, diesel, they are called fossil fuel. And they are used in our daily life, such as kerosene and coal are used to cook food, whereas petrol and diesel are used to run vehicles and factories. Now next, biofuels. The fuels which are formed from excreta of animals and their dead bodies are called biofuels. For example, straw, dung cake and biogas, they are called biofuels. Now next sources of heat is electricity. Nowadays we use electricity to run factories, industries, vehicles. So electricity is very useful source of heat in our life. We use different electric appliances at home such as fan, TV, washing machine. They are the electric appliances. So electricity is also source of heat which are very useful in our life. Now next sources of heat is friction. Rub your hands together and touch your cheeks. What do you feel? Heat. The friction is also source of heat. Now next topic is respiration. Oxygen burns the food inside the cell of our body and gives energy and keep our body warm. This process is called respiration. In this process, our body gets warm. What happened when this process is stopped in our body? Our body becomes cold and we die. So respiration is the important source of heat in our life. Now next topic is uses of heat. Heat is used to cook food, it helps to run vehicles, it helps to run factories, industries, it helps to dry our clothes, grains, and it also helps keep our body warm. Now, effects of heat. heat changes states of a body. Take some ice in a ball and leave it on the table for some time. After some time, you can see ice changes into water. That means the state of solid changes into liquid. And on further heating liquid, it changes into vapor. And in this case, liquid changes into gas. So there are three states of matter: solid, liquid and gas. So heat changes states of a body. It changes solid into liquid on heating, liquid into gas. So heat changes the states of a body. Now heat increases temperature of a body. Take a vessel containing water and heat it on a gas stove. What do you see? And put a thermometer on it. What do you see? The temperature of the body increases. The temperature of the water increases. So heat also increases the temperature of a body. Now heat changes volume of a body. Take a container with milk and put it on a burning gas stove. You can see the volume of the milk increases. After some time it spill off from the vessel. So heat changes volume of a body. Now next topic is absorption of heat. When a body absorbs heat, the temperature of the body increases. So rate of absorption depends on color. Take two t-shirt of white or black color and leave it in the sunlight for some time. After some time, touch both of t-shirt. Which one you get more hotter? Obviously black one. So dark colored are the good absorber of heat. Now next topic is flow of heat. Heat always flow from hotter body to colder body. Keep an ice cube on your hand. After some time it melts. What happened? Why does it melt? Because heat flows from your hand to the ice, so your hand becomes cold and ice melts. So heat always flows from hotter body to colder body. Suppose A provide heat to B. A is the hotter body and B is colder body. The body which loses heat becomes cold. The body which loses heat becomes cold. And the body which gets heat from hotter body, it becomes hot. Understand? The body which loses heat becomes cold and the body which gains heat from the hotter body becomes hot. So heat always flow from hotter body to colder body. Now our next topic is temperature. First you have to know hot and cold. What is hot and cold? You have given 2 cups, one with black tea and another with coke. How would you find which one is hot and which one is cold? By touching. But touch of our sense is not reliable. It may be different from person to person. Take three balls, one with very cold water, icy cold water, and third one with hot water, not 100 degrees Celsius, it might be 50 or 60 degrees Celsius water, and the middle one is take lukewarm water. Now put your left hand in cold water and right hand in hot water. Now dip both hand in lukewarm water. What do you feel? The hand which was dipped in cold water feel hot, and the hand which was dipped in hot water feel cold. So sense of touch is not reliable. So the temperature can be measured with an instrument that is called thermometer. So the degree of hotness or coldness of a body is called temperature. You can find how hot or how cold a body is that is called temperature. Now thermometer, construction of thermometer. Thermometer is made of glass. Thermometer is made of glass. A bulb is situated at one end of the thermometer in which mercury is filled. Now a very narrow tubes generated from bulb to the length of the thermometer. That is called capillary tube. A very narrow tube generated from bulb to end of the thermometer, that is called capillary tube. This one is bulb, and in which mercury or alcohol is filled. A scale is calibrated on the glass stem. A scale is calibrated on the glass stem to read the temperature of the body. When the bulb is kept in contact with hot object, the mercury level in the capillary tube rises, and you can read the temperature of that object on the scale calibrated on the glass stem. Now, types of thermometer. There are three types of thermometer: simple thermometer or laboratory thermometer, clinical thermometer, and maximum minimum thermometer. Now, simple thermometer. The thermometer which is used to measure temperature of the substance in lab is called simple or laboratory thermometer. It ranges from -10 degrees Celsius to 110 degrees Celsius or 14 degree Fahrenheit to 230 degree Fahrenheit. It is long range thermometer. It is used in lab. And next one is clinical thermometer. Clinical thermometer. Clinical thermometer, the thermometer which is used to measure temperature of human body is called clinical thermometer. In this thermometer, there is a narrow construction near the bulb, that is called kink or constriction. In this thermometer, constriction is made to avoid the fall of mercury in the bulb. Clinical thermometer ranges from 35 degrees Celsius to 42 degrees Celsius and 90 degree Fahrenheit to -110 degree Fahrenheit. It is short range thermometer. Clinical thermometer is short range thermometer. Simple thermometer is long range thermometer. Clinical thermometer is used to measure temperature of human body, whereas simple thermometer is used to measure temperature of the substance in lab. Now, maximum minimum thermometer. The thermometer which is used to measure temperature of surrounding is called maximum minimum thermometer. Now, thermal expansion. When a body is heated, it gets expand. This is called thermal expansion. When a body gets heated, it increases its size to some extent, and when we cool down that body, they contract. This is called thermal expansion. Now, expansion of solid. Take a metal bulb and see the metal bulb passes through the ring. But when we heat the metal bulb, it cannot pass through the ring. It means while heating, the size of the bulb expand. So heat can expand the solid. Next, expansion of liquid. I have already told that when we heat the milk, what happens? The volume of the milk increases, and after some time it spills off from the vessel. That means liquid also expand on heating. Expansion of gas. You can do this activity at home. Take a bottle and tie a balloon in its mouth and keep the bottle in a hot water. a beaker containing hot water. After some time you will see the balloon, the air inside the bottle increases and goes up, and the balloon get inflated. And when the water becomes cold, then the gas inside the bottle contracts and the balloon collapses. Now this much for today, and we will make this is the first part of heat, and we will meet in second part. Till then.